Alright, hey guys, I am back. Um, Sorry for if you can hear the fan in the background, but um, just did some spray varnish, so gotta get some airflow in here. Um, I got a quick, small little Temu haul here to go over before I get into what I'm going to be doing for my project today. So the first item I got is this. These are just some little stickers that I got. I thought these were really cool because I like the colors and everything. It's got, I think there's 4 different size stickers in here. There's 2 of each design. So we got these little ones here. I really like these colors, and they got like a little bit of holographic in there. So there's 2 of these ones. And then we got the next size up. There is 2 of these. Okay, so there's 10 stickers, 5 total, 2 of each kind. Each one's a different size. So then we got 2 of these ones. Look at those. And then the biggest one is this one. It's got a little bit of holographic in there. I just thought these were really cool. I really like the color. So I'm definitely looking forward to finding something to use those for. The next item that I got is a little mold here of a skeleton. I think this is technically actually a fondant mold, but I thought it was really cool. I really like the ridge detail in there. So I do want to try pouring this. When I first saw this mold, my initial thought was like a keychain. So what I want to try to do with it is once I have it poured and demolded, I want to use my... Where do I have them? Hang on. I want to use these little eyelet screws to put in the joints and everything and see if I have enough room to connect them into the resin, kind of have like a dangling keychain or something. So that's my idea with why I ordered this mold. Otherwise, you can always use this and do like sections of the skeleton and then put it in something else, like a tray or something like that as well for like Halloween. So yeah, I found that, thought it was pretty cool. Um, Other than that, I got some new mats. I have been looking for like this size mat, this blue one I have here. I have been trying to order that size mat for a while now. And every time I order them, it's always smaller than I thought it was going to be. And I'm happy because I finally found the right size. And not only did I find the right size, but I found it in black, which is really awesome because I think black will help show like some of the detail of my work. If I have um, like vibrant colors or something that I'm trying to show off, I feel like it'll pop out more. So yeah, I got 2 of those just to make sure. And then I also got another smaller of the blue ones because I am a fiend for silicone mats. You can never have too many in my opinion. The other items I got, since I got those black and green pigment pastes that I use for doing Marva's utensil holder, I have fallen in love with those pigment pastes, especially the metallic ones. Um, I really like the green and black one for the way they had them blended when they showed them on Temu. So I came across another set they had, which was blue and orange. So I got a set of those as well. So I'm actually going to be using these in today's video. I had 2 pieces I want to make with this. One of them is a box, and the other one I want to use these colors to do my that dragon mold that I showed in my video yesterday. the one with the shelf and that on it. So I want to use these in that project as well. So yeah, that is all for the Temu haul. I'm going to get a couple things arranged here. I do want to replace this mat with one of my black ones. So I'm going to get all that situated, and then I will be back with you guys to get the project started. I will see you in a little bit. All right, I am back, and I am all set up and ready to get started. So this is the mold that I'm going to be pouring. This is the dragon with the little shelf piece that goes on it. I am also going to be starting to work on the box that I want to make. I'm making this box for holding some things on my desk. I have this little jar that I had previously made. I have these little Q-tip things that I'm sure pretty much every resiner out there knows what they are. They're just little Q-tip stuff, but I put some in here, and they don't fully fit in the jar, like the lid doesn't fit down on it. So I was looking through all my jar molds to find one that's big enough for them, and these actually fit in here perfectly. So I decided I wanted to make this box up so that I had something to put those in. That's kind of more my style. This is a pretty jar, but it's not really me. This was just an experiment when I think this is actually one of the this might be the first piece that I ever poured, if I'm not mistaken, was this very jar. So I was just playing around with some of the stuff that I had at the time. It's a cool jar, it's pretty and all, but it's not really my style, so I want to make something that kind of is more my style. So yeah, for this piece, I am also going to be playing around and trying out my Bondcrafter epoxy resin that I got. And I also wanted to share this because I got these in, and I opened them up and looked in it, the boxes, but I didn't really dig through it. And the stuff that I found in there after I took the bottles of resin out was pretty cool. So the Bondcrafter resin, it comes with this little instruction booklet. So the Bondcrafter is a 1-to-1 resin ratio for mixing. It's got some information in there. The only thing I didn't see in this that I was kind of disappointed with was it doesn't tell you how long you have to work with it, like a lot of other resins do, but that's a very minor thing. What I thought was really cool is, most resins come with mixing cups. That's a given. But this one also came with these little packages. There's 6 of them in there of gloves. So it came with 6 packs of gloves. But what I thought was really awesome was it also came with these little scraping tools. And I've seen Marva using these on her page, and I didn't realize that they came with the Bondcrafter resin. So I thought that was pretty neat as well. So yeah, we got a couple new scraping tools and whatnot. So yeah, I am going to go ahead and get some resin mixed up for this. And then I will get it, if I feel it needs it, I'll get it in the debubbler. I've never used Bondcrafter before. From what I've heard, it's pretty good as far as bubbles and such go, but we'll see. Actually, because I'm using these, I don't think I need to debubble it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to be using a combination of the new orange and blue metallic pigment paste that I got. And I'm going to be using that for both of these projects. The only thing I'm not sure on is because this is technically, because of how wide this would be a deep pour mold. I think I'm going to actually do this one in layers, though. So I'm just going to go in, put a little bit in here, and then I'll probably pop this. The lid I can pour all at once because it's not super thick. But this piece I'm probably going to do in layers, and I'll probably throw this in the curing machine. I'm just not sure how many layers I can get away with doing. I might have to do 3, but I'm going to try and see if I can do it in 2. but I don't want to flash cure anything either. So yeah, I will get my resin mixed up, and then I will be right back. Alright guys, I am back. Got my resin mixed up. I did go ahead and run this through the bubbler just because I didn't want any bubbles on the bottom showing up. And there was quite a few bubbles in it. So I went ahead and ran it through that just to kind of clear them out. Okay. So, let's get pouring. Alrighty. I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this. I don't know if I want to try and do like half and half of the colors or swirl. So, I'm just going to start pouring. Whatever happens, happens. Whoop. Try and keep it inside the mold though, Jake. Side. pretty good for that one. So then, because I said that I wanted to do like the hanging pieces with the chains and the gemstones on there, I only have 2 of these molds, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to do a couple pours on these, but I'm going to go ahead and pour those in the same colors. So to do that, because I want to do the 2 blend colors in there, I have these little silicone cups that I'm going to put some resin into and do it that way. Don't know if I'm going to be able to get that on the camera. But I will try. This one. And I just want to give these a little squeeze. Should be some bubbles in there. Be very careful not those ones over. Alrighty. So then I'm going to do I'm going to start with the lid of the box with this. I'm still kind of debating on whether or not I should go ahead and do the deep pour for the bottom part of the box. My only thing with that is the deep pour resin is significantly thinner, and I'm worried that the colors are going to mix together in a way that I don't want. Kind of the only thing preventing me from going ahead and just doing the deep pour on that. Alrighty. So I have just enough resin to fill the lid here. Kind of carefully sliding that off to the side. Alrighty. So yeah, I am going to have to mix up a little bit more resin if I'm going to do anything with the bottom of the box here. I will go ahead and get that done. It's just going to be pretty much the same thing here, so I'll get that mixed up, get some of it poured, and get working on that. And I will see you guys when it's time to demold. See you then. Alrighty. Hello, everyone. So, this has cured enough to demold. It's still a little bit flimsy, but that's just mainly because this is a thin mold. So I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the mold and set it off to the side so it can finish curing. And then we'll go with it from there. So, I'm going to pop these little pieces out here first. There's how the top of the shelf looks. There's how the bottom looks. I didn't realize, is that a matte finish on that? Kind of looks like it. Alrighty, and then for the dragon itself. I'm going to take the wings out first. Like I said, it's still pretty bendy, but I want to get it onto the mold and on a flat surface. Look at that. That is very pretty. So there's the back. Here's the front with all the patterns and designs on it. Bring that up close so you can see all the designs and everything. So then the way this works, I believe this goes here, and then this sits here, and that's how the shelf part looks. So this is what it would look like sitting on the wall, hanging down. Pretty neat. So yeah, that is how that turned out. And then here I have my little gemstone pieces. That worked a lot better than the other one. Okay, so the plan is I'm going to do those little eyelet things in here. I do need to make up, I'm probably going to do like 5 or 6 hanging off of it, so I need to make up a couple more sets of these before I can complete this one. at least with that look. Outside of that, I had the box that I had poured. So here's the lid for that. And then I know last night I said I was going to do this one in layers. I ended up just pouring the whole thing. And it actually turned out pretty good. It didn't flash cure or anything. And it worked really well with that Bond Crafter, so... There we go. So that's how the box turned out. Haha, it does go that way. I thought the lid was supposed to go on like this. I was kind of worried with it because I wasn't sure how it would be secure on there. So the only other thing I noticed, and I'm going to have to get the stuff for it, I don't have anything that like braces the sides of the mold. So I put something up against these sides to kind of flatten them out because once it was filled with resin, the sides kind of bowed out. So I was able to put my boxes of gloves on these sides, but I didn't have anything that fit that I could put on these ends, so the sides kind of bowed out a little bit, if you can tell there. I'm not necessarily 100% worried about it, because like I said, this box is just for me for... I want to use it to hold my little Q-tip things here, because they fit better in this than they do with the round jar that I have here. As you can see, this one, if I put them standing up in there to fill it completely, the lid doesn't fit on it. Pardon my daughter if you can hear her. She's outside playing and I got the window open. Hang on one quick sec. It's 5 o'clock! So yeah, that is how the box turned out. I do have some stickers that I had picked out here, but I don't know if they're going to go with this color anymore. Oh yeah, that all actually looks pretty nice. It does look good. Okay. Give me one quick second here, guys. I'll be right back. Alright. Sorry about that. So, I had already, before I poured this, kind of pulled some stickers out that I liked and figured out how I was going to lay them out on here for each side of the box. I was just trying to figure out after I did that, like, what colors I wanted to use. And then I remembered that I had my blue and orange pigment paste coming in, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to wait till those come in before I complete this piece. So that's the ones I was going to put on the top. And then on the front, I'm going to do these books.
I'm about to eat some pizza rolls.
And then to go with the books, I have this little pen here.
Where's the pen?
Okay. Okay, so I got the book and the pen on the front, and then on the sides, I was going to do these little potion stickers.
I brought the plate. Dad, I brought the plate.
Got a little potion sticker on the side. And then on the other side here, got some mushrooms. And then the last side. Got this other little jar sticker. And there we go. So I got a nice little fantasy jar box for my desk. Alright, as for the dragon, like I said, I gotta pour a couple more sets of these. I unfortunately only have 2 molds of this design, so it's gonna be a little bit before I can get that complete. So yeah, I will hurry up and get that taken care of as fast as I can, and then I will complete the dragon thing here and show you how that turns out. But here's the box for now. I will see you guys when I have that all done. Hey guys, so I just got this dragon piece shelf finished here. Wanted to show you a close-up of how it looks. So I went through and added in some color into the designs and everything. And then got my little gem pieces hanging off of it. Or crystals. Overall, I think this turned out to be a pretty gorgeous piece. Really excited with how it turned out. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like and feel free to share. And that's all for that project. So I will see you guys for the next project. In the meantime, remember, stay creative, everyone. Bye.